guys, and welcome to another Rosie's Room. So I realized that this is like long overdue. I actually did mean to film a video for you guys and have it come out in May, but I was, in between work and going to school and, in finals, and I filmed a video for my favorite actress Helen Bonham Carter for her birthday. I couldn't fit into making a Rosepetal video for you guys to be released out that month. But no worries, and in fact, I hope you all will forgive me because it is time to release my very first video of me cosplaying as Rosepetal. This is exciting for me. Also, I want to let you guys know that instead of filming 2 videos a month, I think I'm going to have to narrow it down to 1 because I honestly don't think I will be able to film 2 a month, what with work and school going on right now. So that's what I want to let you guys know. And once again, I apologize for this. Trust me, if I could make 2 videos a month for you guys, I totally would. But anyways, I don't want to continue taking up too much of your time because I'm pretty sure you want to hurry up and see me cosplay as Rosepetal already. But before I go, I just have one more thing that I have to tell you guys. Cosplaying as Rosepetal, I decided that I want to change everything about myself, starting from my appearance to basically what my voice sounds like. I decided to give her a Texan accent, and the reason for that is because Rosepetal is loosely based off of a human OC that I have. I don't want to go into specific details of Rosemary's bio, but basically she was born and raised in England up until the time that she was 5 years old, and that's when she started living with her father in Texas. She got rid of her English accent completely and picked up that Texan accent, and that's why Rosepetal has a Texan accent. Alrighty guys, I'm gone, but before I go, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys liked what I did with my character cosplaying as her. I don't know why my voice is going high, but I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Well, hello there, members of Wind Clans, and other members from other clans, and rogues, and loners, and kitty pets. My name is Rosepetal. So I heard from a few of you that you thought that this would be a good idea if I were to film myself and share my life with you all. Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Though I am pretty certain that there's a lot of you out there that don't know very much about me. All you know is the basics, like I'm Domino Claw's mate for life, by the way, and that I've given birth to as many kids. And you all know that I love Domino Claw and my kids with all my heart, but there's a lot more to me than just being a mate and a mother. So in order for you guys to learn a little bit more about me and get more of a feel of my personality, I thought I'd make a 10 facts about me video. So let's get started, shall we? Number 1, when I was a kitty pet, my favorite thing in the whole entire world to play with was a ball of yarn. Now, I would spend countless hours playing with this thing. I'd have it outside with me, I'd have it inside with me, next to me when I'm taking my naps, during meal times. It would be everywhere with me. Now, the only time that I didn't have this ball of yarn with me is when I would be a bad girl and get in trouble, and my owners would take it away from me. Always would make me really sad. Kind of miss that ball of yarn. I wonder where it is now. Number 2, I am not fond of birds at all. They would squawk at us if me and my sisters were trying to take a nap outside, or they would peck at our food, or they would even poop on my ball of yarn. Sometimes they would even do it on my head or anywhere else on my body after I just had a bath. I just really don't like birds, you guys. So here's some future reference for all you Wind Clan members out there. When Domino Claw would bring by some bird from the fresh kill pile for either me or one of my family members to eat, or for him to eat, and I would look so happy and relieved, that is why. I love it when he does that. Number 3, for as long as I can remember, I've been terrified of heights. Now, I've been terrified of heights since this was back when I was a kitty pet. My sister Lizzie Feather said that I couldn't leap as high as she could. And I wanted to prove her wrong. So I leapt from this little couch that we had in our living room all the way to the door that leads to our kitchen. And I really did it too. I flew from the middle of our living room all the way to the door that led to our kitchen, except that I landed wrong and injured my left paw. I guess not all cats land on their feet. Number 4, my favorite food from when I was a kitty pet was fish. Now, typically, me and my sisters ate food that was from cans, which was alright, but I treasured the days when I was given fish. Well, now that I've been living in Wind Clan for quite some time, I don't eat that much fish anymore. But it's all good because now I'm eating those mouse-brained birds. Number 5. The first time that I met Domino Claw, I was terrified of him. Basically, to make a long story short, my sister Lizzie Feather ran out from the fence of our backyard and started running towards Wind Clan Camp. Me and my other sister Nellie Hart were chasing after her because we had no idea what she was doing. And who do we run into? That's right, you guessed it, Domino Claw. But also we ran into his father, Tiger Talon, as well. And once Domino Claw pinned me to the ground, I was completely terrified and I was shaking from fear, and I thought that was going to be the end of my life. Then after that, we were all taken to Wind Clan Camp as prisoners. And once we were prisoners for a while for Wind Clan Camp, we decided that we didn't want to be prisoners anymore. And we didn't want to be kitty pets anymore. We wanted to be members of Wind Clan Camp. And after a little while of becoming members of Wind Clan Camp, me and Domino Claw started to become more close. And we became friends, and now we're mates. Ain't it funny how things work out? Number 6. The bravest thing that anyone has ever done for me was when Domino Claw saved me from being attacked by a dog. There I was, leaving Wind Clan Camp and going back to my kitty pet owner's home just to see how things were going. Then the next thing I knew, this dog started chasing me all the way down the street. He was much bigger than me, so of course he eventually caught up to me and, well, he bit down really, really hard on my leg. Now I have this huge scar on my leg, but if Domino Claw hadn't come to save me, then who knows if I would be here today. And that is the moment that I realized that he was the one, that I loved him. And I'll never forget that moment for as long as I live. Number 7, I like to think of my very first kidding to be overwhelmingly emotional. It was definitely one of the most happiest moments of my life, knowing that I'm about to become a mother soon, and my kids are finally going to be here in Wind Clan Camp. And of course, Domino Claw, he had no idea what to do. I mean, he was definitely clueless throughout the whole thing, but he was so sweet as well. He would always ask me if I was, all right, and if I needed anything, and he was definitely there for emotional support. But I definitely appreciate every moment that he was with me, and everything that I did for me, and that my sister was Medicine Cat at that time, my sister Nellie Hart, and my sister Lizzie Feather was there too, and my friend Bree Song, and a smattering of others. My head was reeling at the time, so the memory is a little bit fuzzy, but it was quite terrifying, and it was so long, and I thought that I was gonna, not live to see my kittens, my very first litter, but I got through it, and that's what's important, and that they were all right as well, and I was just so very happy. Number 8. Since I'm the mother of many, many kids, I tend to have a bad habit of calling the wrong name out to them. I'll call Raven Feather, Hawk Echo, or Dawn Cloud Cherry Flame. Look, I'm sorry, alright? There's so many of you. It's not my fault. Well, it is, but not entirely. It takes 2 to tango, and I'm looking at you, Domino Claw. Number 9. One of my most favorite things about being a queen is mentoring new mothers. I have a responsibility because these mothers look to me for advice on lots of different things. And, a lot of them say to me, Rosepetal, what if I'm not a good mother? Or I don't know what I'm doing. Or what if something goes wrong while I'm kitten? And I say to them, it's all right. If you get nervous, and all these emotions are very common, and all these things that you're thinking are very common. I went through them, and so many other queens here have went through them as well. And I tell them to take deep breaths, and, I'm just there for them. With whatever they need, I will help them. And the best part of all is when they take my advice, because, I really care for these mothers and these kids. I want the best for them. And when they thank me, when the mothers thank me, it makes me feel like I contributed something to my clan. And that's a wonderful feeling. Number 10. The death of my sisters and my son were the most devastating moments of my life. Now, it's really hard to talk about something like this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. My eldest sister, Nellie Hart, she died of old age, and my other sister, Lizzie Feather, died in battle. And when something like that happens with those who you were very closest to, of course it's a tough thing to cope with. Once my sisters passed away, I realized something, and it was that there's no one else left to remember me as a kitten but me. All those memories, all those good times, I'm the only one that's gonna remember them now. But then I thought, well, maybe that's not the case. I don't think that's the case. You know, they're up in Starkland right now. We're still remembering. Still living on. Just in another form, that's all. And that you'll see them again. And then when my son Rainkit passed, I remember thinking, okay, Starkland, you took both my sisters. And, you know, after a while I could forgive you for that. But then you take Rainkit too. Now why is that? Have I done something wrong? Am I being punished for something? Did Domino Claw do something wrong? Is he being punished for something? Do you just want to make us suffer? What? Why did you have to take him too? And all that time that I was just shouting at the sky to Starkland, I was right there in front of his lifeless body. I remember I couldn't breathe. I just collapsed right in front of his body, and I was just holding him to me. And I just kept on shouting and shouting at Starkland. Just why? And I remember Domino Claw, he let me shout, which was a surprise. You know, he let me get it out. All my frustration and anger and sorrow, he let me just get it out of my system. You know, I was making a scene, so he eventually had to stop me after a while, and we were just looking at each other, tears streaming down our faces. Then we embraced each other, and just like with my sisters, the whole clan, held a ceremony for little Rainkit, and then we buried him. I remember crying over and over, night after night, just sobbing constantly in the nursery, and some of the mothers would get a little frustrated, a little upset by that, because then I would wake up their kids and they would start squealing, and, you know, it wasn't a good night for anyone. And then that thought popped into my head again about how this isn't the end. When my time comes, I will reunite not only with my son, but with my sisters as well. And you know, I get a lot of love and sympathy from my family and friends. And honestly, I'm grateful. Every second of every day, I'm grateful for them. They help me a lot through all the pain. And they give me strength and hope. And also knowing that I will see my family again gives me strength and hope as well.